My name is Dr. Vineet. In this session, I'm going to discuss what are the different type of demand forecasting. So we'll discuss the different demand forecasting method with the help of real-time example. So let me directly start with the demand forecasting method. Let me share the screen of my presentation. So here, so we are going to deal the various demand forecasting method. So moving on to the discussion. As we can see, the entire demand forecasting that is divided into two types. First one is known as survey method. Second one is known as statistical method. Survey methods are mainly like in a qualitative nature, not like numbers in terms of like a qualitative methods, where statistical methods are basically quantitative method. So if I talk about the survey method, we have like a customer interview, then direct interview method, then collective opinion method, expert opinion method, and ultimately end-use method. All are comes under like a verbal type or a qualitative type. So we'll go for like a statistical method. Then there are two important methods. One is trend projection method. Another one is economic indicators. Now let's get started. So first one is known as survey method. What do you mean by survey method? It is very straightforward. We can say like directly estimating the customer potential. We'll be indicating what they are going to buy and what kind of customers they are, what are the potential. So are they really a potential customer for us? So those things are basically called asking the people, straight away asking the people, straight away interacting the people. That's what we call like a survey method, doing the survey, doing the interview, right? So during the forms, survey, sharing the forms and getting the details. Yes. Under survey method, we have different sub-classification. First one is known as customer interview. So what you can do is, suppose I'm going to start a new ice cream shop. So now what I will do is I will interact the people, those who are roaming around the park, those who are daily coming to the park. Are they interested to have the ice cream after walk? So whether like what kind of flavor you are interested, like that I'm going to interact with the people, those who are around my area, those are wherever I'm doing the business. I'm finding out the people, those who are residing nearby. That is called a customer interview. So it will be more effective. So we'll identify the potential customer. We'll understand what flavor they are interested, what kind of material, what kind of food stuff they are interested, what kind of business, what kind of product they are interested. Yes. So moving further, survey. Survey is nothing but you are going to prepare questionnaires. Right now, in older days, we'll be serving like a pen and paper type. Nowadays, we have like a Google Forms and so many type of survey tools are available. Okay, and giving the star rating. Now, people are very busy. They do not have that much of time and they are not patient. They don't have that much of patience to give the write up. They'll be putting like a tick mark, star mark, etc. Likert scales. They'll be putting like a high, low, then 1 to 5 rating. Okay, so these are called the survey method. Regarding the direct interview method, in-depth conversation, identity to find out the potential customer, we'll be conducting the in-depth conversation. It can be like a talking directly through for our phone call or through video call, etc. However, like a direct meeting will be pretty convenient, but it takes more time consuming. Nowadays, so many telecalls are happening regarding this. Once the service is done, also we'll be getting a post like a service call. Similarly, collective opinion. So instead of depending only one customer, asking with the many customers nearby. That is what you'll be talking with the sales team, not only customers but sales team, distributors. All are comes under the supply chain. You are going to interact. That is called a collective opinion method. So that we'll come to know what is the head and tail. We are in and out. We are going to understand. That's what we call like a collective opinion poll. Expert opinion is another one thing. Those who are perform well in the business will be approaching that particular person. Suppose like car manufacturers, we are approaching with a Hyundai, or we are approaching with a Maruti Suzuki. Where they are expertise in that particular domain. Or like a tea shop. I want to start a new tea shop. So what I will do, I'll be finding out a vendor, those who are doing good in the form of like a tea business. So I need to ask with them what kind of tea you're going to make, what could be the better timing, what kind of customers you are expecting, what could be the sales, all the things I'm going to ask with the expert. He's the expertise in that domain, right? So I need to interact with that particular person and get all the details. So it they can offer like informed guesses as well. So these are called expert opinion method. Regarding the end users method, I'm doing the business of tire. So one of my customer is like a car manufacturer. So I need to understand what could be the future plan of my customer. My customer is car business, car manufacturer. So I need to identify what are the future plan. So I need to keep on interacting with the people, those who are keep on interacting the car business, because I'm doing the business of tires. I need to interact with the car business. So I need to understand what are the future plan, what could be the sales. Suppose if he is making more number of like a car manufacturer, of course, my production has to be increased, correct? So that is what like a end user method. Like your product is used by some other business people to make something else. So you can try to forecast the demand based on how much they are going to produce, or what kind of service they are going to offer. Based upon that, you can estimate. That is called the end user method. So now we'll be talking about the second step, that is second type of classification, that is called a statistical method. Here, it is mainly based on the data-driven approach, based on the data. What about the past data? So you are going to predict based upon the past data. Nowadays, we have like artificial intelligence and machine learning. Nowadays, deep learning also people are using. So I'll be making a separate session. What are the advanced topics? These are the things generally I'll be talking about for your exam point of view. But in the coming session, I'm going to talk about like an advanced topic based on the machine learning. Okay, so how you are going to predict the sale based on the machine learning. Even like we have like a pattern recognition. Many things are there. I'll be letting you know later. So now we'll be talking about the basic statistical method. It is based on the past sales data. So we'll be checking past 5 years, what could be the data, sales data of the car, and we are going to predict what could be the sales data in the next year. So that is basically called a statistical method. So in that sub-classification, first one is called a trend projection. So like we'll be plotting the graph for the previous 5 or 10 years. Now, based upon the like a previous 5 or 10 years, we are going a line. We are going to plot a line. As you can observe here, we are going to plot the like a graph of the previous sales data, and we are directly plotting a line based upon these projections, these trends. So based on the trends, we are going to plot a line, drawing a line. Based upon that, I will be identifying that what could be the sales for next year, what could be the demand forecasting for the next year. So this is called a trend projection method. Another one is called the economic indicators. Economic indicators mainly depending on the economy, the situation. For mainly, they are gross domestic product (GDP). Other one is called inflation rates. Then unemployment. Okay, unemployment numbers. How many number of people are not getting the job? How many? What about the inflation rate? Well, so, for example, every time we can see, if I talk about like Indian rupees and US dollar, we are always, suppose I'm doing a stock market, I'll always keep an eye on like how about the how about the variation of Indian rupees with respect to US dollar, right? So these are the basic information regarding the economic indicators based on the like inflation. If it is more inflation, yes, it's not a right time to produce more, because if I produce more also, I won't get that much of profit. Some basic understanding you should be like there based upon these economic parameters. So that is regarding the economic indicators. So ultimately, so we'll be summarizing the session. In this video, I have discussed about two important types of method, that is survey method and a statistical method. Survey method and statistical method mainly differentiated according to the nature. If I talk about the survey method, it is basically qualitative or verbal type. Okay, statistical method is basically depends on mainly count. It is basically data driven. Okay, count number is very important. So these are the two important methods which we are conventionally using for demand forecasting. Nowadays, I already mentioned you that we are mainly focusing on the AI-driven approach that I'll be letting you know in the coming sessions. Thank you for watching this video. Happy learning. If you are watching our channel first time, I request you to subscribe and share the people those who are working in the similar kind of domain. Wish you all the very best for your exam and interviews. Happy learning. Have a great day. Thank you all.